Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance, episode 78 of Guess the Trade, where subscribers send in their loadouts. We take a look at their tools, see if we can guess in the comment section below what it is that we think they do with those tools. Well, back in episode 77, we looked at Louis Dack's loadout of his vetopro Pack SPMC, along with several of his Milwaukee pack-out boxes, and even saw a little bit of his truck loadout as well. Well, what was it that he did with those tools? Well, he answered a couple different guesses in the comment section that were saying, network infrastructure, server racks, networking of some form or fashion, and he said that they were absolutely right. So that is his trade. He did say that he also did some handy type work for his customers as well while he was there. So that's the reason for his other tools as well. So again, really great loadout. Appreciate you, Louis Dack, for sending that in. I love seeing how you integrated your SPMC with your rolling box. Using that small wall crate, you didn't have to mod your Veto bag to make it snap into pack out or anything like that. So really great loadout. Well, today in episode 78, we're going to look at two loadouts as well. We're going to look at Daniel Montoya and then also Peter C. So we're going to look at a ToughBuilt Pouch and then also a DeWalt Backpack as well. There's not as many pictures in both these loadouts, so that's why I kind of added two of them together. And the first one we're going to look at is Daniel Montoya. He actually only has two pictures of his ToughBuilt Pouch. So let's go ahead and jump into those and see if we can guess what it is that he does. So again, only two pictures. First one is the ToughBuilt Pouch loaded out, so you can see all the tools in there. Looks like he's fitting quite a few. He's got several screwdrivers, several pliers, Allen keys, fast cap tape measure, headlamp, painter's tape back there in the background. I think I can even see a Vessel USB back there in the background as well. So this is that ToughBuilt Pouch loaded out. Next picture is all the tools out. He had that box back there in the background. I don't know if that was just holding his ToughBuilt Pouch up while he took the picture or if that's something specific, but it's 100 sheet of 2-ply something or other. If that's involved in his work or not, I have no idea. So he does have the Vessel bit holders on the side over there, along with the DeWalt flip sockets. He's got the 1/4 inch 5/16. I can't remember what the other two sizes are. I do like those little Vessel bit holders because you could kind of use those as a stubby screwdriver as well as with some of the other ones you can't. Now those are more expensive, but again, you do kind of get a dual use out of them, so that's kind of nice. So he's got those there, also running a headlamp of some sort. I'm not sure the brand on that. I believe those are Doyle needle nose combination strippers right there. I think those are Doyle's. Also Klein tool stripper. A lot of people really love that size stripper from Klein, made in the USA. I don't really use the smaller ones that much, but a lot of people love those. Pair of 180 Cobras. You can tell he uses those. Also, he's got the something in one on the Klein screwdriver. He's got the 11-in-1 inside of it. I don't know what the actual bit holding feature. So that's probably the 16-in-1 or the 17-in-1 that holds the bits, and then you can also put like the 11-in-1 stuff in there because it's Connect compatible. So he's got that one there with a Milwaukee bit holder. Also has the little small Vera ratcheting screwdriver. Really like that one as well. Knipex Lyman pliers with the crimper. Also a little Texton little pick pry bar type tool. Also a pair of 250 pliers wrench. Let's see, a Milwaukee bit holder. And again, it is a fast cap lefty righty. He's got the Amtovel, I guess is what that is, on the colored hex keys right there. So let us know what you think about that, Daniel, because colored hex keys, I really like the look of them. I like the fact that a little bit easier once you memorize the sizes. I personally haven't bought a pair of colored ones, but I would like to probably have a set. But again, I've kind of switched over to, instead of hex keys, using the regular hex bits or even Vera bits. I've kind of switched over to hex bits instead of hex keys. I don't use keys that much anymore. But let us know what you think about those as far as fitment and stuff like that. Again, Vessel USB right there. Absolutely love that. And then he's got the ratcheting 11-in-1. He's got a, looks like kind of a wobble type 3/8 or 1/4 inch as far as the bit up there as well. Looks like a small flathead and then a small slotted bit as well in that bit holder. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure exactly which ToughBuilt Pouch this is. I'll see if I can look it up and maybe find that. But that's all the tools in that picture, and that is his last picture because there's his name, and he's all business with his tie. So again, there's all the tools, which is pretty amazing. You can fit that in that smaller ToughBuilt pouch. He is wearing like a shoulder strap. So I'm wondering if, Daniel, do you kind of wear it? You don't really wear it as a pouch, and you kind of use this as a small tool bag? Because that's what I used to do back when I was doing facilities maintenance at the campus that I worked at. I would carry like a TP3 or something like that with a strap and kind of just use it like a small tool bag as a go bag. That's why I really like the SPMC currently, because it's smaller. It's still a little bit bigger than this pouch, obviously, but it's something that you could easily just put a strap on, put it around your shoulder. I used to carry my TP3 like that all the time. So is that how you kind of carry it, is strap always, or do you also wear it as a pouch? Because that's quite a few tools, but it is pretty amazing what all you've got fit in there. And again, here is his first picture with it loaded out, so you can kind of see that. But again, only 2 pictures, but sometimes that's all you need to see. Tools loaded in, tools loaded out. He did tell me in his email that he does have a Fluke multimeter. I don't believe he told me what the number was, but you can kind of throw that into the mix of he uses these tools along with the multimeter to get his job done. You know, sometimes I look at a small pouch with tools like that and I think, man, I could get a lot done with that right there. I don't know why I don't carry something like that, but then again, ultimately I do. I carry my MP2X a lot of times and do the very same thing as what he's doing. It's just sometimes I like certain specialty tools for certain jobs, so sometimes I end up carrying a whole tool bag in just to make the job more enjoyable, a little bit easier, whatever it is. So tons of stuff I could see happening with that little pouch with tons of tools in it. So I'm curious to see what it is you guys guess in the comments below as far as what you think that he does with those tools. So make sure and don't forget to guess that in the comment section. Well, today's second loadout is Peter C. He has a DeWalt backpack. He never shows a picture of the outside of it. So I'll put a picture of it up here as far as where it is on Amazon. I think it's a $100 backpack on Amazon. This is the backpack that we're going to be looking at. We're going to look at the tools that are inside of it. And again, see if you guys can guess what Peter C. does with those tools. But let's go ahead and jump into his DeWalt backpack. So first picture looks like it's kind of that pouch opened up on the front. Looks like he's got a rag, some safety goggles, some DeWalt batteries. Also looks like a case of some kind down inside of there. Then if we open up the tool bag, he shows several of these tools. We're going to see most of them out, I believe. So here he's got some Knipex. I think those are twin grips, the 250s. Also has a adjustable wrench over there. Some regular wrenches as well. A couple more Knipex handles down there. Comfort grip. 8-in-1 stubby. Along with some, looks like some sockets and some rails. And then a DeWalt impact, it looks like as well, or drill. Along with another battery. Here we have the 73, 72 180s, and then also the 200s, 8202 200s. I know the 8202 200s are twin grips. We'll have to see on the other one. I don't know what that number is off the top of my head, so we'll see. Also looks like over here he's got, looks like a pair of Cobras, something else as well that's Knipex, and then a small pair of needle nose pliers. There you can see it is a DeWalt impact, I believe. Here we've also got some more Knipex, so he is a big fan of Knipex, looks like. A pair of needle nose, pair of combination type pliers. 15-in-1 ratcheting screwdriver from Klein, 14-in-1 HVAC, and then a 27-in-1 tamper precision driver. Looks like a right angle adapter also. That one's a little bit blurry if you zoom down in there. So here is a good picture of just looking at it from the outside looking in, as far as being able to see everything that we just looked at there, zoomed in a little bit. Looks like he's got some Allen keys at the bottom as well. Next picture. This one was a little blurry. He had some blurry pictures, but I left this one in there because you can kind of see, just to show how he's got the ToughBuilt, or not the ToughBuilt, but the DeWalt T-Stack cases down in there. Looks like also some other, I think that's a Klein case, and then a couple other DeWalt batteries and some USB chargers. I think this might be the back side of that backpack. So here are some of the tools that were in there. We've got a DeWalt folding flick blade. I'm curious about that one, if anybody has ran that DeWalt knife, because I keep seeing them like at my, I think they're at my Home Depot. I don't think they're at my Lowe's. And they look pretty nice. I like the fact that they're black. So how well do they work as far as compared to like the Milwaukee Fastback? Do they flick kind of the same? I haven't tried one, haven't seen one in person, so I'm curious if any of you out there are running those, let me know. Also the Knipex electrician shears. A pair of vice grips is what I call them. I'm not sure if that's what the brand is on that one. Also looks like a utility knife. a 12 by 12 on his power tape by Logix, and then he's got the Klein. It's a metric set of the kind of, they call them the deep flip sockets, but again, they're kind of just a little bit deeper than the standard. They're not necessarily like deep sockets. Here is his DeWalt Impact. Let's see if we can get the number. DCF 850 is what he's running there. A couple different batteries for that as well. Next picture, looks like he's got that DeWalt security set. I've got that one as well. A couple other DeWalt T-stack like bit cases, a hammer up there, and then that Klein box. I'm not sure what's in that. I've got a Klein box that's kind of like that are the carbide hole saws for cutting like holes in electric boxes and stuff like that. That's kind of what my box looks like, but I don't know what else Klein sells that's kind of in that box. So that could be something else. I don't think we see it because I remember I kind of scrolled through to see if I knew what that was in that, and I don't think I saw that. Also has some duct tape or something it looks like there. I don't know if that's duct tape or if it's that full tape. Next picture, some Husky Allen keys with the ball ends, DeWalt right angle adapter. That's probably one of my favorite ones as far as if you're going to put one in an Impact. I've liked that black one a little bit better than the rest. Some sockets over there, not sure the brand on those, kind of in a Makita-ish style holder, except that one looks like it's a hard plastic, a little bit bigger. Again, that was the 8-in-1 stubby, the 15-in-1 ratcheting. I think that's like the 14-in-1 HVAC or something there. Tamper-proof screwdriver from the Precision Driver from Klein, and then that looks like, I'm not real sure the brand on that middle one right there. It's got that handle there, but that looks like a ratcheting screwdriver also. It looks like he probably uses that with those sockets. I think it's got a 1/4-inch adapter on the end of it. So here's the Husky pliers. So here's some of the Knipex that we saw. He's got a couple pairs of Cobras, actually like 3 pairs of Cobras. One of them up there has got that red button on it. The combi pliers, needle nose, another pair of needle nose, and a pair of Husky straight jaw kind of tongue and groove pliers, water pump pliers. And now we got the twin grips. So there was 2 pairs of twin grips. I think this pair right here was the one I didn't know the number, the 73, 72, 180s maybe, is that dual power kind of Knipex, or I don't know what Knipex calls theirs. I think Weehaws is called dual power. But that's got that extra leverage button. I haven't ever bought that one either because it's really expensive to buy those. I'm not sure how much more power and how much more leverage you get out of it. And for the most part, I'm not cutting big things with my diagonals. I get out my cobalt cutters if I'm doing something like that. So curious though, Peter, if you think that those are worth it, if you've used those and compared them to the regular Knipex, how much stronger are they, those kinds of things like that. And then a Crescent adjustable wrench. And then there is a set of regular wrenches as well, like box style wrenches. And then there's his name. So again, there are some of his pliers and cutters and wrenches and things like that. More pliers. There's all his screwdrivers, hex keys, sockets, DeWalt bits there. Again, curious what's in the Klein box, Peter, if you can let us know. Also the DeWalt Impact, Klein mod box set, some cutting stuff, tape measure, locking pliers, and then here it is in the bag loaded out. All the way till we get to that first picture, which was his kind of safety stuff up in the front with his rag, his goggles, and then there's some of his bits and stuff in there as well. But again, it is a DeWalt backpack. I'll put it up here again so you can kind of see what backpack that is. Lots of great Knipex pliers in there. Some of my favorite Klein screwdrivers as well. Again, I kind of am curious, Peter, if you can answer what is in that Klein box. I'm just curious what's inside of that because I'm not real sure. And if you've got any questions for Peter or Daniel, make sure and ask that in the comments below. And then also don't forget to guess what it is you think Peter C. and Daniel Montoya do with these tools that we watched in this video. Put that in the comment section below as well. Hope this video was entertaining. Hope it was helpful in some way. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.